What's going on, guys? This is Shaun of the Dead. We were talking before about zombie apocalypse loadout gear, so I thought I'd go ahead and gear up a little bit and show you one of my options. This is my more heavy option. This is what I would call my winter gear because it's a lot hotter and a lot more sweat intensive than my summer gear. Even with my arms bare, I'll be sweating like a freight train in this. Of course, you know, my Spikes Tactical, AR-15, Magpul, MOE, angle grip, buttstock, PMag, Magpul M-Bus flip-ups. Of course, you've already seen the review on this. This would be my primary carry. I like it. I also have a conversion kit for it that converts this to a .22 long rifle, so I can use it for a hunting rifle and plink away and pop little squirrels or whatnot, or zombies from rooftops. And then when I want to use a real round, I have a real round. Extra mags on my person. Of course, I have an extra Glock 19 on my side, Glock 17 on my thigh rig. So I have a couple of different options. I do have a kit I don't have installed on my leg that I usually carry on my leg. This is my field kit. Inside here it has a myriad of little things. This is survival stuff mostly. I got a dump pouch, paracord, and I have fire starting and water purification stuff inside of this. And so this is just kind of my little backup. If I'm out there on a patrol, I can make fire, I can use some paracord, I can do a handful of things. It's got fish hooks and fish line in it, so I can try to get me a meal if I need to. And that sets on here. I currently have it off because I was messing with my kit, so that's why that's off. Outside of that, as you'll see that I have a few mags on me. Some of my other options carries more mags, some of my other options carries less mags. But again, this is my hot option. This is my winter carry gear. Now, I'll tell you why it's my winter carry gear is because it's mega hot. Now, let me go ahead and start to strip some of this gear off real quick. We'll start with the AR. Now, you see that I have this vest on. Of course, I have everything clipped in. Now, the bad thing about the vest is it's hot, but it holds my stuff. I have my level 2 body armor on underneath this, so I have protection against most rounds that will be common in a zombie type situation. So if I strip this off, now I've just dropped a lot of temperature right there. I mean, I already feel a huge temperature change, and I'm in an apartment with a ceiling fan on, and just this coming off, already huge temperature drop. Let me go ahead and have a seat here. I'll talk to you a little bit more about some of my options. I personally like the thigh rig because it leaves everything off my waist, so I can put mags on my waist. I have other belt options with other for shotgun rounds and or for other molly attachments, so I can put all kinds of mags all the way around my belt. So I can go with something light, quick, cool. So I can. But I'll still probably always wear this. But if I don't want to wear another vest over the top of this for a cooler option, I'll wear my 511 molly belt that I can attach all my stuff that's on my vest to my waist. So that way I don't have to worry about it. I can attach my thigh rig and everything else to my 511 belt, and I don't have to wear this same belt. I can put all my rig on that. So that's kind of nice. Of course, you notice I have my paddle holster with my G19 on my side. There's no reason not to have an extra little backup, just because it's there. It's light, it's kind of out of the way. I'm used to carrying it in that general position anyway, so I'm used to grabbing there. So if I'm in a stressful situation, since my CHO carry, I tend to grab for this area anyway. I might not grab my thigh holster first. I might grab where I'm used to grabbing. So I'll grab this, and if I fire that out, I can still use my Glock 17 mags in it and continue on firing on. And then if I happen to run out, then I do have my Glock 17. I do have the TFOs on the top of this. Check out my review on it, and check out my Glock 19 review. They're pretty quick, I believe. I did go ahead and shooter this out I did put some grip tape on it, so it actually fits the hand really, really comfortable. Gives you good purchase on the firearm, so it's easy to rack the slide, kind of like that. So I've kind of done several little things as far as this is concerned. Again, this is really, really hot gear. If I'm not wearing all this extra hot gear, if it's purely zombies and I'm not facing marauders and I'm not wearing my bulletproof vest, well, at that point, with no body armor, then I'll go with a harness. Perhaps I have suspender harness, it's an owl's harness, or I'll still go with everything around my waist and do like a utility belt, and just kind of go like this and go do my thing as light as possible. But again, of course, if you're still dealing with zombies, you still need to protect your extremities. I do have a leather jacket that's really, really thick, really big. So if I'm going with everything on my waist, I might wear that leather jacket for the long sleeves to prevent bites. Or I might just wear my bracers and stuff. I can work with leather, aka this, and several other pieces of leather. That make things out of leather, and I'll probably just go ahead and slap a pair of bracers on and utilize those for that. But another thing, of course, is my cool guy hat. Has earplugs because it's important to keep your hearing in effect. So you always want to make sure that you do have your ear protection on hand. And that's one of the things I really love about this hat. Of course, I can deck it out with whatever I want, like sheepdog on it, zombie hunter on the back. But besides that, I have my ear protection at all times. I used to shoot for years before I become an adult, and as a kid, I would just run out there and I would shoot all day long. I'd come back home and it was like I just left a rock concert. Everything was like wah 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 wah, and everything was all deaf in my ears. And I was talking like this the whole time because I couldn't hear anything. So since that happened, and sometimes I get a little skittish when I shoot a really powerful rifle because I knew it was going to hurt my ears, and I would just kind of flinch and it's like, ah, bam, oh, that hurt. Well, started using good ear protection. Two things happened. For one, I didn't feel like crap at the end of the day shooting, and for the second one is I could shoot and I didn't have to worry about the repercussions of shooting. I didn't have to worry about that piercing in my ear. I could just go bang. Oh, that's it, bang. Recoil was never my concern. It was always the pain in my ears. So when I started carrying ear protection on me, and I started using good ear protection out on the range and shooting tournaments and things like that, I decided ear protection is always the way to go. So always keep your ear protection on you. Also, if you happen to be in a situation, if I am running around in a zombie attack situation and I'm going around clearing rooms, I'm probably not going to have my earplugs either all the way in or in. I may have one side out and the other side in, so I can still hear something, and at the same time, I can pull the trigger. If I have to pull the trigger in an emergency, that's fine. After that, I'll shove it the rest of the way in and continue clearing the room, do whatever it is I need to do, and then after it's done, I can pull my earplugs back out and I'll still retain the ability to hear without everything being muffled. So that's one of the things you want to be concerned about, is to be able to hear. One of the good examples is in The Walking Dead. He gets in the tank and he shoots that zombie inside the tank, and it reverberates all through the tank, and he's like, ah, almost knocks him unconscious just because of the sound. So that's one of the things you want to be aware of, is being very aware of the sound of your firearms, making other things hard for you to hear. You might be able to take it, but whenever you're walking around doing your stuff, you might have a really, really difficult time getting out there and going, man, I didn't hear the zombie come up behind me and freaking bite me because I was too busy, trying to hear anything because I've been shooting all day and my ears are all plugged up. So that's one of the things, is take care of your ears. They will take care of you. They can save your life. And again, of course, zombie attack's always a metaphor for any disaster of any sort, any kind of a post-apocalyptic or rule without rule of law situation, any kind of SHTF. Your hearing is going to be something that's going to be one of your senses that you're going to need to be able to check out what's happening. So that's one of the things there. And this is like one of my sets of gear. Just wanted to give you an idea of one of the things that I carry. One of my setups. So whenever I go and do whatever, this is one of the things that I would turn to in those times of need. Now, why don't you go ahead and do me some response videos. Give me some comments on what you use for your gear. Remember, stay on topic. And I want to know what firearm you prefer. If you notice, I did choose my AR-15 for my primary carry. I didn't choose an AK-47. Previously, I was going with an AK-47, which I also have, but I chose an AR-15. And I'll tell you why I chose an AR-15 for my last bit of this video. Is because it takes your standards to mag. We're on American soil. If I lived in Russia, I would take an AK-47 or an AK-74. But I live in America, so I'm taking an AR-15. Standards to mags, same 5.56 rounds as the military use. So any downed soldier I find, I can actually reload my firearm. Now, if I have an AK-47, yes, it's going to be a more reliable, quote-unquote, weapon to a point. Of course, this is more pinpoint accurate. Just depends on what you're after. Both guns are very accurate. Both guns are reliable. The AK is a little more reliable. This is a little more accurate. And to me, in my personal opinion, after playing with both firearms, it's marginal on both sides of the field. And I know I'm going to get a lot of conflict on that, but that's okay. The other reason is, if I have the gun that I'm the most comfortable with now, and it uses the mags and ammo that I'm going to find the most readily in my area, then that means that the gun that I'm the most comfortable with to protect myself is what I always have on in my hand. So if I'm using an AK to start off my adventure, and I'm protecting myself with an AK, and I happen to find a downed soldier, and I take his AR or his M4 in this situation, well, now I no longer have a gun that I am proficient with, or as proficient with, because now I've switched over to another platform. Now I have to get used to the AR platform from the AK platform. So that's the main reason I chose an AR for this situation. Mine's custom built. I know what's in here. I know it's got the nickel boron. I know it's going to be a lot less likely to jam or have any kind of malfunctions, misfeeds, failures to fire, things of that nature. So, and I know it's all mil-spec, so I can pretty much replace any parts from any of the down military components that I might happen to see laying around on the ground. So I can rebuild this gun over and over and over again, where if I have an AK as my primary, that means I have to throw it down once I'm out of ammo and pick up a new weapon and learn a new system. And if you already know both systems, then great, but start with what you're going to be able to use the most of. So again, this is Shaun of the Dead saying don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And as always, give me your comments. Stay on topic as always. And tell me what your zombie gear is. Show me what your zombie stuff is. This is just my combat loadout. We'll get it. You've seen my bug out bag. I've redid it. I'm going to have to redo another video for you to see my new bug out bag and how it's been altered. But this will give you an idea of my combat loadout for doing acquisition runs for a zombie apocalypse. This is Shaun of the Dead saying thanks.